One of my favorite things to do in New Jersey was on Route 1. There was, I think it's still there. There's an adult bookstore. And when I would drive down Route 1 and I would pass it, if I ever saw anybody leaving the store, I would go, burp, burp, like that honk that's like,
That
hey,
is a
man.
classic. Yeah.
Like, hey, I know you. Hey, man. Burp, burp. Because these people coming out of that thing, if you ever saw anybody go fast, you never saw Usain Bolt did not go as fast on the track as these guys do, trying to get back to their car with nobody seeing them from the highway. But then when you
Howell
go,
used to be a hub for adult bookstores. I mean, they're all gone now.
mm-hmm.
But there is one in Brick still hanging out. But
still hanging in there.
Yeah, there's still one in Brick, and I'm almost tempted. Like, what's keeping that store going, right? But anyway, and they were all on Route 9,
mm-hmm.
and literally the one store, there was one right next to the diner.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you could always pretend, I was going to the diner,
mm-hmm.
if somebody sees you pulling in there. But you literally came out right on the highway. So
mm-hmm.
that would have worked perfect for doing the honk.
I wrote a poem, Mike. I wrote a poem called Howl. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by fun packs.
Yeah.
Starving, hysterical, naked. Dragging themselves through the streets of Howell at dawn.
They found it.
Looking for an angry fix. Yeah, no, that there's a story. I don't know if I can tell this story. The guy who I worked with at the music store used to go to where you're talking about, Mike.
Yeah.
To those cinemas on Route 9. And would come back.
These weren't movie theaters. They were just bookstores.
No, this was a movie theater he would go to.
Yeah, I've never been in a movie theater.
The night's still young.
You're talking about Sayreville, right?
I guess it would be Route 9 Sayreville, probably, right?
Yeah, they had a couple.
He would go to that movie theater frequently enough that he had stories about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't think I can tell it. I think I could tell. One time he went in and he was sitting in the back of the theater, and then there was some guy standing around with just like kind of hand in his pocket. He was like shaking his hand in his pocket. You hear the change in his pocket. You hear the change rattling. And then some guy in the darkness of the theater goes, "Stop jingling that change." And the dialogue's
stops. Important.
The guy stops.
You don't want to miss the dialogue.
Yeah, there's a guy, and then the guy nervously stops, and then like a minute later, he starts jingling. The guy goes, "I said, stop jingling that change, MFer." And then the guy left, like terrified. Yeah, he was a good guy at that store. Do the line in the Nicholson voice. Stop jingling that change. Or the current Jack Nicholson voice. Stop jingling that change. Isn't that right, Mr. Giddis? He sounds like John Huston. Jack Nicholson now sounds like John Huston this whole time. So, that was a fun story. All right, Phil. You have a great night.